In this problem, we're going to use a ruler and a protractor to construct parallelogram BACD with lines AC and BD equaling 5 centimeters and BA and DC equaling 2 centimeters. We also know that angle ABD equals 120 degrees and angle BDC equals 60 degrees. Because we know the angles of B and D, those are the lines we're going to start with. So we're going to draw a line BD equaling 5 centimeters. Make sure to mark your line with 5 centimeters as the measurement and labeling the ends B and D. The next thing we can do is measure out the angle 120 degrees because we know that angle ABD is 120 degrees. So placing our baseline and protractor along angle B, we can mark off that angle. We know that 120 degrees is an obtuse angle, so when we draw it out like this, we can be sure that it's 120 degrees because it is more than 90 degrees. Next, we're going to tackle angle BDC, and that's 60 degrees. We know that the definition of a parallelogram is two sets of parallel lines. So essentially what we're going to have is two lines running the same way as B and D, and we know that the other two lines will run the same way as the line we just drew at 120 degrees. So now we have to add in the 60 degrees, which we know is an acute angle. So when we go to measure the baseline there, we follow it up to 60 degrees. And we make our tick mark. And then we join point D to that tick mark there. And now you can see we have two new parallel lines. And we mark that angle at 60 degrees, and it's acute again. And 120 degrees, obtuse. Check, check. Okay, moving on. The other part we need to know is that BA is 2 centimeters long. So we can assume that if we measure B to a new point, we can call that point A. And we can mark it as 2 centimeters, which we measured out with our ruler. The other one we can measure out is DC. It's just like A and B, it's also 2 centimeters. We could put a new point there, label that C, and the measurement of 2 centimeters. Then all we have to do is connect A and C, because we know that that's 5 centimeters, and those are parallel lines and equal lines as well. We can add hatch marks and arrows to show which two lines are parallel and equal in length, and then we just erase the additional lines that we made from our protractor when we were measuring the angles. And now we can just fill in the other angle amounts, 60 degrees and 120 degrees. And we know that 120 plus 120 is 240. And 60 plus 60 is 120. Add those two up together, 420 and 120, and we get 360 degrees. And since we have a nice quadrilateral, 4 sides, we know that all the interior angles added up together equal 360, and ours does. So we've made a parallelogram with a ruler. We used a protractor, There are two sets of parallel sides. We've labeled BACD. We have AC and BD equaling 5 centimeters in length, BA and DC equaling 2 centimeters in length, and then finally angle ABD 120 degrees and BDC at 60 degrees. And that is how you construct a parallelogram. Good luck!